Good afternoon, Ryan.
Hey there, Steve.
Hey, don't know whether you heard the Dolphins are having a big news conference right now about plans to have up to 13,000 people in the stadium for the first game. What's your reaction to the idea at this moment in our world of having some spectators, and how much of a difference do you think 13,000 people can make?
Well, I played a lot of games in college with less fans than that, so I might be a good one to ask about that. I just heard that walking over here, so I'm excited. I think just from everything that I've seen within this organization, the day to day, I know that they made that decision with everybody's health and safety as the number one priority. So I think I'm very comfortable with that, and knowing that they're doing it for the right reasons and they're going to do it the right way. Huge for us as players to have some noise, to have some crowd reaction. So that's a big thing. It'll be interesting as that plays out all year long, which stadiums do, which don't. But as players, we're excited to get fans out there cheering for us.
Travis?
Oh, let me find it. Hey, Fitz, how you doing, man? Wanted to ask you about the growth you've seen so far from Preston Williams in year two here, coming into the early stages of the second season. He produced a lot last year before his injury, obviously, but what do you see here in the first week or two of practice that tells you that he can get right back to that level and beyond?
Well, Preston has a great guy to watch, first of all, in DeVante Parker and the way that he works and goes about his business. Preston's very unique just in terms of his physical qualities, the height, the weight, the speed, how nimble he is, all that stuff, his ability to track the ball. And he, and having to sit out, you always kind of look for the silver lining or maybe the positives in a situation that isn't so positive. So him getting hurt last year, he was also just able to take a step back and watch a little bit and learn the game a little bit more. And I know he worked his butt off all off season, and that was really apparent as we came back, just in seeing him and all the work that he put in, and he's done a great job. I think his confidence is high right now, and that's important for those guys, and rightfully so, because he's playing really well. But we're excited to have him, have him out there healthy and going, and he's doing a good job.
Adam?
Between Preston and DeVante, does it kind of remind you what you had in 2018, being able to throw the football up to a couple of big receivers like that?
Well, I mean, everywhere's a little bit different, but having two big guys on the outside with those qualities, they can go up and get the ball. They're good route runners. They're smart players. I think that makes it difficult for a defense not just being able to key in on one guy. And the way that we're working right now, the way that those guys are showing up every day, it's given our offense, I think our team, a lot of confidence going forward.
Kim Wolf?
Hey, Fitz, what's up, man? Obviously, you've done a lot of these, quarterback competitions, so to speak, and it seems like you guys are in another one, even though you're the, clear front runner. How do you kind of navigate that element of it as you get close to this, start of the season?
I mean, you just go out and every single day try to do your best. Meeting rooms are the same thing, but when you're getting reps with whether it's ones, twos, or threes, or whether we're throwing one-on-ones with different receivers, every time there's going to come a point in time where if the guy is on the roster, then you're going to be throwing to him throughout the year. Whether somebody goes down in a game or is out for a few weeks. So I always make sure, whoever I'm getting the rep with, that we're on the same page, that we're speaking the same language. And, we've got a good group of guys here right now that are working really hard. And I just try to take advantage of every rep that I get, not just in the team periods, but some of those one-on-one throws as well, just making sure we have good communication.
Joe?
Fitz, I wanted to ask you, from the time this coronavirus deal popped up in March, did you at any time think about opting out?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, I think everybody took a a step back just to evaluate, do the risk reward. And it wasn't really heavy on my mind. I think, us as players, we all put a ton of faith into this organization that they were going to do things the right way. And that was easy for me. And seeing how this organization is run and how it operated last year, it was easy for me to know that they were going to put the players first, and that, our health and safety, not just for us, but if our families need anything, that they're going to do it the right way. And so that part of it for me wasn't that difficult of a decision. That being said, everybody has a different personal opinion. Everybody has a different perspective. Everybody has different things that they're going home to. And so, there was no pressure put on anybody to go one way or the other. And we certainly respect, Albert and Alan and the decisions that they made. And, there had to be a date that they put on it to cut off whether you're going to be in or out. So, we're not looking back on that anymore.
Stofford?
Hey, Fitz, just to piggyback off that, if you had opted out per se, it probably would have maybe been the end of your career. I don't know if maybe taking a year off and returning the next year would be something that you would want to do. Is that something that kind of played a factor into it? Maybe, this being so late in the stage in your career that you didn't want to opt out, you wanted to just play?
No, not really.
Campbell?
Hey, Fitz, you got obviously a taste of DeVante and Preston together last year, for I guess a few games. What's sort of the potential for you guys as an offense with those two out there together?
There's a lot of things we're still working at, with no preseason games, not going up against any other teams. We're going to have to try to figure out early on in the season what our identity is going to be and the strengths and weaknesses of the football team and what we can lean on. But we know that, we've got two good guys on the outside. We've got a great competition going on, guys on the inside right now fighting for playing time. And, our backs are doing a great job as well. So as the season goes on, we're going to figure out who we are and play to our strengths. And I think that's something that'll be constantly evolving early on, just as we figure out where we're at as a team.
Time for a few more. We'll go to Adam.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you your thoughts on how Tua's hung in there the first couple of weeks. He seems to have shown some real improvement the last couple of days.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. And it's, I know it's your guys' job to look at and evaluate every single day and every throw, but it's something for us as quarterbacks, and for me, I just like to see progress. And sometimes it's not necessarily a completion, but it's the thought process and making sure the ball's going to the right spot at the right time. So sometimes there's not going to be, some things are not going to look pretty, but it's the right decision. And that's, for me, a step in the right direction. Sometimes you're going to see a long touchdown or something, and it wasn't necessarily the right play. So you guys are going to laud it, but maybe it wasn't, what we're trying to get done. So there's a lot of different parts of the evaluation process. And for me, I just like to see, first of all, confidence, and make a mistake, get out there, put it behind you and go play the next play. And I like that a lot about him. And then secondly, just the progression of, is he going to the right place? Is he going on time? And we're making a lot of progress in that area too. And I think that's the offense in general, and everybody getting a better grasp of it as we're moving forward. Receivers are doing a good job being in the right spot, and quarterbacks are doing a decent job in finding them as well.
I think it's raining out there. Omar, do you have us?
Fitz, just I wanted your opinion on the Dolphins are going to attempt to host 13 fans in the stands. Your thought process on fans actually being out there?
Okay, hold up. 13 or 13,000?
I mean, 13,000.
Oh, 13,000. Okay.
Yeah, not 13.
I was going to try to get my family out there, so then that would have only left, let's see, like 5 more fans. But, hey, I'm excited about it. I think, and I commented on this. I think you might have missed the first question, but basically what I said was I'm excited about having fans in the stands. I know that the Dolphins are an organization that they're going to do it the right way in terms of, the safety guidelines and everything that's recommended. But as players, we want fans out there. And so if we could do it in a safe way, then the more the merrier. And that was music to our ears today when we heard that coming off the field.